Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Copper Dragons here, and I'm going to be playing some of the unfinished Swan. So let's hop right in. And like I mentioned in my finale part of Journey, this is one of the other games that I mentioned that was funded by PlayStation
Monroe's mother
with
had always
Journey.
been much better
The
at
other one I
starting
think
things than
was
finishing them.
Peppo and Yo or something.
When she died, she left behind over 300 canvases, not one of them finished, along with Monroe, who felt pretty unfinished himself. The orphanage allowed him to keep only one painting, and so he chose the unfinished swan that had always been his mother's favorite. But that night, he woke up to find the swan had disappeared. So he took his mother's silver paintbrush and followed the footprints into a little door he hadn't seen before.
Okay, that was it. And no, this is not a game where the textures don't load in. Like, yes, this is what the game is supposed to look like. And as you can see, if I launch these paint bubbles, I can move around. If you can already tell. Or if you've already played the game before. And yes, I'm going to use the paint sparingly, so it doesn't get too cluttered. I already played a little bit of this game and seen it on Stampy's channel. Whenever he played it all those years ago. Whenever the game first came out, that is. From what I can remember, it was a pretty good game. Even though I can't remember much about the plot. I'm gonna have to find a way around, because that's obviously water right there. There you go. That's one big old frog. I'll find my way to get around the pond. Honestly, there are a lot of actors in Hollywood that I don't really have that much respect for. Like, Adam Sandler is one that I definitely have respect for, because at least he actually knows whenever to call out the bullcrap of the other people in Hollywood. Like, the obvious bullcrap, too. At least he knows when to call it out whenever it deserves to be called out. That just shows that he deserves all the respect that he's already getting. That should scream. Like, sure, his movies may not be, like, that good, but they still have a lot of relevance. I mean, come on. Hotel Transylvania, even though I don't really like that movie. 51st Dates, and a bunch of others. Like, he's created a lot of household names in movies. So if that doesn't scream that he deserves respect, then what does? Yeah, I'm gonna unfill in this statue. The thing is, they have infinite paint. Feels like there's footprints over there. Huh. I guess there's some way for me to get over there past these gates. Good God, what is it with schools and giving all those sports players, like these really tiny uniforms. Like, come on, whenever I was in school, like it looked like every party was about to bust through the seams where the uniforms were so small. I mean, come on, have some decency. Those are kids you're talking about. At least give them the decency of giving them proper uniforms that actually fit, instead of these tiny little, basically stripper outfits. Like, come on. Look at the cheerleader outfits that they had whenever I was in school. The tops were basically, they were the equivalent of bras with sleeves. And then the skirts that they had, they were literally non-existent. They were basically near non-existent. That's how small they were. Like, the tops were bras with sleeves, and then the shirts were almost non-existent. Like, come on, have some decency. Those are kids you're talking about. Like, come on, give them proper uniforms instead of giving them outfits like that. Like, we weren't like a stereotypical uniform school, but like, we still had uniforms for certain things like sports or whatever. Basically just a normal school. Yeah, I don't want to fall, so that's why I'm taking it slow here. I don't want to fall to my death. So that's why I'm taking it slow and careful. As you know, slow and steady wins the race. And trust me, this game looks really weird considering it's all white. But from what I've seen at later points in the game, it does get more colorful and vibrant instead of just being all white. And no, that's not a racial term that I'm using. I'm talking about specifically the color white. Wait, there's a statue up there too, so might want to go up there. Well, at least there looks to be one anyway. Wait, these are footprints. The unfinished Swan went this way. Wait, it went... Oh wait, here. I'm hoping to actually make some good progress in this game.
Hey!
Well, there's the protagonist's voice. Hey, part 2. I guess I gotta knock them down. Wait, how am I supposed to get up there? Like the Swan did. Hey, are these rooms looping? Yep, these rooms are looping. see myself, so maybe not looking. Well, not entirely looking. Here's something. Wait, do I gotta fall through there? Man, I was so close. So I guess I gotta go through like some point. Ah, here we go. I was never the best artist, so yeah. I know this game isn't completely based around art, but still.
The king's new subjects were tired of White. They were tired of tripping, of banging their shins, of misplacing their homes. So they started painting everything, ruining the king's spotless design. In response, the king outlawed all non-magical brushes and pledged to spend the next month painting shadows for his kingdom.
So I gotta paint shadows. Wait, actually, it looks like there's already some shadows here. So I guess he just painted everything gray, the shadows. Oh, the first castle. I've already made it through 2 parts already. And I'm barely 12 minutes in. How is that really that possible? I know this game isn't supposed to be long as what I've heard, but still. Like, that's still shocking that I made it through 3 parts of the game in not even 15 minutes. Like, that's still shocking. I thought that ship right there was a base for some reason. Oh, it's just that ladder looked like something I could climb. So I guess I was wrong there. Quick lesson about gaming. Never trust anything that you think you can climb the roof. Swan. Oh, I'm already doing better than what Stampy did in his playthrough. He didn't even make it this far in his playthrough. It took him like 2 parts just to get to this point. I made it in 1. It took him like an entire part just to get to this point. Even though it did take us around the same time, though. But that doesn't change anything, though. He's doing better by like a minute or so. I'm gonna put down ink blocks that I've already bit. Yeah, that. Just a wall, so I'm just gonna put that there. And then I'm gonna go this way, because that seems more like the right way. It was a lot easier than expected. Screw you, game. Screw you. I know what you're doing to me. I know what you're doing. Don't think I'm not on to you. Into making me go all the way out there. I'm gonna pause my
For the
game.
first time in weeks, Monroe felt good. He felt even better when the wind pushed him close enough to reach the Swan. He was feeling so good, in fact, that he forgot all about his fear of heights. But when the Swan wriggled free and Monroe fell over the side, he remembered almost immediately. That might have been the end of Monroe if this were a shorter story, but it isn't, which is why Monroe's troubles were just beginning.
Yeah, man. And there's a trophy. So, time to move on to the next part of the story, anyways. But weirdly
Monroe
enough,
scrambled
if
out
I
of the
had to
water
go
and found
to
himself in a
any,
massive city with no
like,
sign of the
if I
Swan
wanted to go
or
to
anyone else.
any fictional
Well,
world,
except someone's
it would more than
enormous
likely
bear
be
of fate.
Assassination Classroom,
These were
which I have
attached to a
finished
giant
today.
who could have been a big help in
Like,
catching the Swan,
I
but
love that story.
unfortunately,
I
he was the
love it
laziest
to
giant
death.
who had ever lived. And it
Like,
was his
and
day
it was
off.
the closest a
Having
story has
celebrated in
ever
his usual
gotten
way, he was
from
now sleeping
actually
it off and
drawing
quite unable
tears
to hear
from me.
Monroe yelling. While he was looking for a way to
Like,
wake the
at
giant,
Koro Sensei's
Monroe noticed
death,
something even better.
yeah, that was
A floating
tragic.
ship.
Especially since I grew to care for those characters like that. Like, not like in a weird parasocial kind of way, but like, I grew to those characters. Like it was so fantastic. And the screaming that they done while they were crying to the Koro Sensei's death, yeah, that's tragic. That's actually so sad because they grew with Koro Sensei, so like, it hurt to hear that. Especially since you learn more and more about the characters throughout the series. Like, it was just so sad, you know? Like, it was like I lost a part of me. Because Koro Sensei was my favorite character in the series. Like, it was like I was losing a part of me. Like, it was like I lost a part of me whenever he died. Like, that's how well the story is written. I don't really cry that much at media. Like I did whenever I was younger, but not like that. I kind of lost that feeling a long time ago. And if a story gets me that close to being in tears, like where like I was rocking back and forth and putting my fingers around the circular points of my eyes, which is basically like my point of like showing stuff that I went through some crap, like emotionally or traumatically, yeah, that goes to say a lot about a story. And I only go through that through the most traumatizing and emotional things imaginable. Heck, I've literally seen Two Girls, One Cup and a video called Miss Pac-Man. And even I didn't get to that point with those. Yeah, that just shows, like, that just shows the level of detail and integrity that they put into Assassination Classroom at that point.
Before he discovered painting, the king was a potter. He loved the simplicity of a well-spun pot. So when his subjects complained that his new city was too austere and that there was nowhere to relieve themselves, the king ignored them. But when they started relieving themselves in his pots, the king hastily built them a sewer system.
Wait, now I can climb ladders? Wow, thanks for telling me that earlier, game, whenever I struggled to climb that ladder. Yeah, I'm not going down there, because I was already there at the beginning of the segment of the game. So, I'm definitely not going there. So I can finally make it through that segment. So yay, I can finally complete the game now. Stupid game. I'm not getting mad though. That was more on me and my terrible parkour skills, but still. And I just hope I don't have to deal with any more parkour later in the game. Honestly. Good thing I still don't have black ink. Because that would be difficult in segments like this. Okay, same black ink. Really sounds racist. Go ahead and cancel me, Twitter. I don't care anymore. I've already given you enough fuel. I've already given Twitter enough fuel to burn me to stake. So, I'm kind of looking forward to it by now. So, yeah. I'm already prepared to go out for my justly death. I'm already prepared, fully prepared for my death. There's no stopping me. What am I supposed to do here? There's literally nothing to push myself up on. There's ladders. There's stairs. Yay, I solved it! I'm a big brain! Okay, I admit that was cringe. I admit. I've already given enough people. I've already given enough fuel for the fire. So, yeah. I'm ready for my full-on death. Okay, I'm gonna run and jump. I missed. Oh god. Something weird is how I haven't really been watching too much other stuff outside of anime, you know? Like, I have watched some other stuff, but not as much as what I have with anime. Well, probably because, well, more fantastical world and more into that fantasy kind of element. So, yeah. So that probably explains why. Heck, that's probably why I don't really care too much for anime that has a sense of realism. You know, like romance or slice of life series. That's probably why I don't care for series like that, because they don't have as much of a fantastic element to it. Like, sure, they can still be good, but, you know, not as good as what fantastical series are to me. I'm just gonna go climb up here if I can. And then I'm gonna try and collect some more balloons. If the game will let me, that is. I'm gonna jump. Yay, I made it. Hey, parkour ain't as bad as what I thought it was. Sure, I still miss some jumps, but still, who doesn't? And you have to miss a few jumps to get good. I mean, come on, that's literally the basis of stuff like parkour, is that you have to miss a few jumps to get good. And that's pretty much a basis for everything. You have to practice to get good. Even Technoblade had to, even some of the biggest names in Minecraft had to practice the game, to get good at it. Which a lot of them do end up, turning out to be predators or something. Or cheaters or something. But I'm just saying, like, for the actual normal people in the game. Heck, even some of the greats still make a few mistakes. Of any amount or whatever. Oh god. Spider, spider. Stay back, you foul beast. Stay back. Stay back, you foul beast. I'm not going anywhere near you, but I kinda have to beat the game. Okay, I made it out alive. Thankfully, I made it out alive.
As the city filled up with people, the streets filled up with garbage. In a fury, the king painted over the roads with a canal, which swept away the trash, along with some of the slower children. But the water brought something else, a horde of vines which began covering the city.
I guess the water does help the vines grow. Like, is this water? Look at my feet. I guess time will tell if this is paint or water. How do I have so much paint and water on me? Okay, do I just have magic powers or something? Do I just have magic paint powers or something? This game kind of looks good, even though the beginning of the game started out more barren than the rest. Since, you know, the whole pure white thing. Darn it, I can't get blue. Well, see you later, Vines. I guess I don't need you anymore. Darn it. That's how you do need them. That was one weird movement option, frankly. Am I seriously gonna have to water these things all the time in this area? Can't go upstairs. They can go up walls. So that's weird. So use the brush at weird points. Here makes more sense than running around the wall. Leave these vines there. Since I probably won't need them, especially since there's a ladder right here. notice there are vines right here that. So, in part 4. Wow, I've already had enough time to record enough footage for this episode, but I'm gonna keep going for a little bit more. I'm gonna try and finish up this segment of the game before I actually finish off that episode. Not this part, but like this segment. This game is really easy. That's a lot easier than what I expected. But honestly, what is it with people and wanting to get into a relationship with someone old enough to be their parent? Like for example, a 20-year age gap or whatever. Like, what is it with people and that? Like, couldn't you find someone more close to your own age that you found attractive or whatever, or that you wanted to be with? So you had to go with someone 20, 30 years younger than you. I mean, come on. Age gap standards exist for a reason. Like, that's the main reason I would want to go after someone between the ages of 18 and 25 currently. Come on, man. Age gap standards exist for a reason, and those kinds of laws do exist. You know, for age gaps. Age gaps exist for a reason. You know, besides showing a point of different points of birth or whatever. Like, that's basically just saying, that's basically like a 40-year-old going after a 10-year-old. Basically, that's the same thing. That's the same kind of concept. So, yeah. It's still creepy either way. That's literally the same concept. You know, just with actual legal ages mostly. Well, some of them. But it's still creepy either way. Come on, have some decency and be civil human beings. Instead of going and getting with someone like half your age or whatever. I mean, that kind of behavior deserves to be called out for a reason. Creepy and it's weird and everything. And also, anyone who's like that, don't just say they lied about their age or whatever. Because them lying about their age doesn't magically change their age to be whatever age they lied about being. I mean, come on, that's basic human logic. Lying doesn't change the truth. Makes you look even worse. Lying does not change the truth in any situation, regardless of what you lied about. mean, come on, that's obvious. Lying is the exact opposite of the truth. Are you telling me I was supposed to go out here this entire time instead of binding up the entire room? Like, instead of lining up the entire room, there could have been something to tell me that was where I was supposed to go instead of that tiny little crawl space. Like, what do people find attractive about someone just twice the age or whatever? Their parts quit working 30 years ago, mind you. Their parts would have quit working like 30 years ago, so what do you find attractive about that? Oh god, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Yeah, I'm stuck. And I'm stuck no matter what. Great. Thanks, game. Instead of having a failsafe, just in case if something like this happened. Wait, was this what I was supposed to do? I mean, not that obvious. If it was what I was supposed to do. Wow. This team looks really good, even though this team is pretty much all white. With a few hints of color thrown in. Like, it's still pretty good so far. Well, I'm gonna end the video here today. I'm gonna continue the game later on. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'm gonna continue playing the game. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.